Alright, so we're back at the spot where I made my first video. Doesn't look like anybody's been here. So as you can see, in there, I got a lot more dirt. I mean, I dug way down into there. So, but all this is still cleaned out on the sides. But there's this nice big guy right there. Right there. And my goal today, see some packed in rocks and stuff behind him. Since there was good gold there, down here, I'm curious if there's anything right back behind here. There's a lot of stuff wedged in there. So, and this has not been moved in who knows how long. So I brought my friend Brute, and we're gonna get to it. Let's see what we can find. So I'm going to be swapping back and forth from my good camera I brought and my phone, so if the quality's a little different per one. Alright, so I propped up that big guy from the back, used a Brute there, and then put some rocks underneath it. Just enough. I want to get under there and see what's going on underneath it. I got a little 3-gallon bucket here, and I'm going to go ahead and test this material. I can see bedrock right there underneath him, so, but I got some roots and stuff in the way. But I'm going to test this bucket first and see if it's got anything in it, and then that'll probably determine continuing, at least maybe to see underneath it more. So let's go see what's in it. Right, so there was just 2 little colors in that pan from that material I pulled out right there. So what I'm going to do is I picked this side up now from more on the side of the rock. Got it supported. I'm going to try to dig down a little bit farther and see if I can get to, because a lot of this stuff is real sandy. I want to see if I can get down to that bedrock there and find some gravels in there. We'll see what's down there. Alright, so after digging down in there more and found where the bedrock sort of V'd out in the bottom there. Pretty deep little hole. Tested that. Got a big fat goose egg. So moving on. Alright, so here's the new spot. Moved out of the way a couple of these big boulders. Right here is this bedrock here. It's a pretty nice little drop, and then it comes sort of like a V right there. And this is bedrock here and here. So I'm going to check this crack right along there. Right along there. I did the first sample pan of just this upper material, and came back with 3 pieces. And I'll show you those right here, and then we'll get back to it, and I want to dig down farther. Alright, so I don't know if you can see, got about 3 little colors there. Not too bad for the first pan on the new spot. And that's the stuff off the top. So I want to go and see what's actually down in the hole. Found a new spot. Alright, so I got all of this medium depth material put in the bucket here, and I'll probably classify that and run it through my sluice box maybe. But right around here it was starting to get a little more hard packed, like, move it out of the way. See, this stuff here is a lot more packed in there. So I dug that up and I put that into the pan. I'll go take that down and we'll see what's in there. I got down to the bottom of the bedrock there and I cleaned it out okay. I just wanted to put it in there and see what we can get out of this pan. So let's go see what's in this one. Alright, so here's the stuff we got out of that crack. See if I can focus on these. There's two little guys right there. Not too bad, it's just flood stuff. There's some little tiny stuff next to it. It's a little tough to see, but it's not too bad. I think I'll dig one more area next to it and we'll see what happens with that stuff. And if nothing, move on again. Alright, so digging down a little farther. So you got 3 more pieces, 3 more little specks. So I think I'm going to abandon that spot and find another. Alright, so not a lot, but this is about 4 little pieces right there to the left of the BBs, and 2 little lead shot pieces, another scrap of lead on the right, and I'm not sure what that is. It's a pretty heavy little rock though. So I'm going to take those as a good sign and dig down to the rest of the bottom of this interesting little hole I found up on top of the bedrock. See what else is in there. I'll show you a picture of it in a second. I was just cleaning out the classifier before dumping everything into my pan of basically everything today. And in the bottom of that classifier was a big piece of lead. I've got everything down to 1/4 inch, so I checked through there for nuggets and stuff. Nothing. But man, this guy, that's a big piece right there. So if that's at the bottom of that hole, along with those other little pieces of lead, I'm going to do a little scraping around and see what I can find. I'm going to go show you the hole right now. Let's see. Take the pan. Crazy thing about down here is there's like a million different spots I want to dig. Everything looks good. So I'm trying to look in some areas where, I don't know, maybe nobody's been, or something that sticks out to me just a little bit more than other spots. So I'm up here. The bedrock takes a turn, comes up here. I found that there are a couple boil holes like this guy. You can see another one right there, another little spot that had started. Here's another one, a little hard to see right there. And I don't know, they look a little bit too much in the open for me. I'm not really sure if they're going to have anything in it, but this one spot looked pretty decent to me. It didn't really look like anybody had been in there. So here we are. Now, there's a bunch of packed gravels right there still. But this whole thing, this whole piece right here, is just a giant hole in the bedrock. And all the surrounding bedrock. And the river had run through here before. So I dug out everything that was packed in there. Got a whole bunch of big boulders out of there. There's a whole bunch more right there. And I'm going to dig out the rest of that because there's a nice crack right there. Right there. I want to see what's in there. See if I can get some material out of that. Alright, I'll get back to you. that material that I've been digging out of that crack. Got a couple flakes, real small, and some fines. You can see them at the top. A couple more pieces of lead, and then this really weird piece. I'm not sure if this is a rock or what, but it doesn't want to move around. It's got a weird, like, let's see if I can get this to focus. Weird hexagonal shape here and there. Sharp lines. So I don't think it's a piece of lead. Very weird. Not sure what that is. But it's pretty heavy. Alright, I'm going to put this stuff in the other pan with everything else and maybe hit one more spot. Alright, well, I cleaned that up pretty good. It's not perfect. You can see pretty naked compared to what it was, but that crack, I'm still pulling little lead BBs out of there. So I don't think anybody's going to come here and bother it. So I'm going to save that for another time. What I'll do is get a nice long crevice tool and scrape all that stuff down into the bottom there and hand dredge it out. No, oh, save that for another day. I'm going to see if I can find one more spot and then get out of here. Wish me luck. I hope I can find one more good spot. Alright, so I did hit one more little spot. And let's see if I can get this to focus. Let's see. Got about, I don't know, 10, 15 pieces in there. And there we go. You can see those good there. And that one in the middle, that's another piece of platinum, which is known to be in this river. So I can put that in my vial of platinum. But not a ton today. Got to look at some good spots and stuff. Get some ideas for next time. There's actually quite a bit of stuff right on the water. But I think what I'm going to do is head over to the other side. Because right down there is an inside bend. On the opposite side of the river is the inside. And all these old gravels. The old timers were working them and stuff, but there's still a lot, I bet. It hasn't been moved really. I think I want to get on the other side next time and check that out, and maybe even hit some of those spots up on top of the bedrock on the other side. There's a nice big flat spot right there behind that bedrock. But that'll be next time. Alright, go home, put it all together and see what we got. Just panned out what was in my classifier real quick, just for the heck of it. See if it'll show up. Found another little piece of platinum. If you can see it right there. Interesting. See if I can get some close-ups of these pieces when I get home. I'll look at them through a loop or something. See if I can get some pictures of it. Well, on my way out of the mountain here, I decided to stop and just dry wash this old gully. And I have found all over the place a ton of square nails. That's pretty cool. A whole bunch, real old. Probably late 1800s. But I put my detector on iron discriminate and found this really loud signal. Dug up this. I have no clue what this is. I gotta clean it off when I get home. It is heavy. It feels, I'm guessing lead, but I don't know what that is. Weird scratches in it. something. Looks almost like, I can't tell if it was melted or, man, it's heavy. You put that down and she screams. So I like that sound.